time to tune to the Coco Show, the entertaining Coco Show. What do you buy, you choose? Proudly presented by Coco.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Coco Show. ChinaBoy12 here, and today I really want to talk about a serious topic that happens in today's world. And you guys probably know the topic. It's fat, and I'm not just going to talk about fat, but also obesity. And don't be surprised, you're not the only one that actually has obesity in this world. You could be skinny as hell, and you can still have obesity. But one thing it really shocks me when I hear these things is when people come in your videos. You know, there's a lot of people on this on YouTube that is fat, and there's a lot of comments on there. It says, you know, you're fatty. Go eat some McDonald's. It really shocks me how much immature people that are on YouTube, because it shows you right there when people call you fatty and stuff and like names, they have nothing else to do. And I'm going to share with you guys some tips about fat and obesity. I got this research. I did a little bit of research today on wikipedia.org, and I typed in fat, and it brought me a lot of information. And one thing I noticed about reading these papers are fat is generic in some ways. People can be fat because their grandmother or it happens in their generation. But in some way, what I've read in here is there's some people that's fat out there because of what they eat and drink. For an example, I'm going to give you this pop. I got a pop right here. It's a Fago Cola, and it's a 710 milliliters. And everything you buy in the stores, they usually have one of these things right here, of nutrition facts, and they say for a half bottle of pop, there's 160 calories, 0 grams of fat, 45 grams of sodium, milligrams of sodium, carbohydrates and glucide, 43 grams, that's 14%, and 43 grams of sugar, and 0 grams of protein. When you look at this nutrition facts, right in your head, what do you think is the most important thing that you have to look at this right here? If you say calories, in some way you're good, but also calories and fats are the two ones you're going to have to look at. Carbohydrates, you don't need to look at that. I always got told the carbohydrates, your body do need carbohydrates. Protein too, also calcium. So, and I always got told your body does need fat. But when it comes to people being super huge, it's not good. But there's a solution for that. Watch what you eat. For an example, I'll give you guys a little diet that I actually really always did and never succeed, but you know, maybe it actually would succeed for you guys. For breakfast, an apple. You guys may think that's not much, but an apple. And I'm not just going to give you guys an apple, but also an apple and maybe one piece of toast with cheese. But no butter. No butter, no margarine. Just a piece of toast with cheese. So you got your fruit, your bread, and your calcium for your cheese. Don't eat more than that. So your breakfast is around 8 o'clock, right? Some people eat around 9. But if it's at 9, so in 4 hours, okay, that means 9 to what? 12:01, you eat your lunch. And your lunch, for an example, if you're like a fast food kind of person, you want to go to Burger King. You skip Burger King. You go direct to Subway, and what you do is you take a, 6-inch turkey. For an example, I don't like turkey, but you know, just to give you an example. You take a 6-inch turkey on wheat. And what you put is you put your veggies, you know. You can put sauce, but not too much. That's your lunch. For to drink, you know, you guys probably saying, you know, I'm eating a sub and I want something to drink. Don't take pop though. Pop is gonna be your devil. That's gonna be your devil right there. The pop is gonna make you gain weight, not lose weight. So what you do, since you had your cheese for your breakfast, that's your calcium. Well, you need like your juice, right? So I would take like an apple juice or orange juice or some kind of juice. That's your juice and your sandwich for lunch. After that, you probably would like to have like an afternoon snack, right? You guys probably hungry and you don't want an afternoon snack. What I usually recommend you guys is another fruit. Or if you go to like a drug mart, a shop or drug mart, or if you guys are in the States, you guys don't have those kind of things, like a pharmacy. A pharmacy always has like one of those losing weight section kind of thing. And they usually do have good like protein bars and those kind of things. Eat one of those. It will give you all those proteins that you guys need during the day. And then after that, 4 hours later, you're probably going to be hungry again, right, for supper. So if you eat your snack around 2:33, you'd be ready for 5 o'clock, 6 for your supper. And usually I'm not really much of a person that really gives you guys advice on supper, but what I usually would recommend you guys, this world that doesn't like fish, seafood, nothing like that, but there's a lot of people that like meat, and lots of it, right? You guys probably like a ground beef kind of person there. I recommend you guys making like a pasta with a light tomato sauce, with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, you know, those kind of things. So with that, during the day, you had your breakfast, your lunch, your snack, and your supper. You're probably thinking about yourself like, where's my snack in the evening? Well, that's your outer limit there. You're out of limit there. You don't have a snack during the evening. What you do, you take another protein bar around 9 o'clock. So that should last you during the whole night. So by the time 7 o'clock in the morning hits, you're hungry. But the thing is, you have to minus those cravings. And by doing so, you go for a walk, you minus those cravings, and you actually do lose weight eventually. At least 2-3 pounds a week. Now, I told you guys a good diet, what you guys can do. Okay. For an example of edible animal fats are lard, pig fat, fish oil, and butter. They obtain from fats in the milk, meats, and under the skin of an animal. And what they mean is under the skin is, okay, you go to like an example, Swiss Chalet. You know, you did good on your diet for a week, and you go to Swiss Chalet for like a snack. For like a treat, I should say. You know, because when I usually go on a diet, after a week, if I succeed in my diet, I usually like treat myself to something. So you go to Swiss Chalet, and what they mean by under the skin, if you go to Swiss Chalet and you order like a quarter chicken, and you know that skin is so good too. You know, that skin, that roasted chicken skin is so good with those spices, those roasted flavors. You don't eat that, because that's the thing that's going to kill you by your diet. So you don't eat the skin. You put that away. You order like a quarter chicken with some salad, or like treat yourself to a glass of pop. But the point of this video is talking about fat. And I give you a great idea for diet, and a great idea for what you guys can do during your whole week. They usually say you have to have fat to actually build up muscles. They usually say if you actually are skinny and you weigh like 282 pounds, they usually say it's not because of your fat, because you got muscles, right? You got big muscles, you're happy for yourself. So people really say, you know, think before you speak. But one thing I can really tell you guys is when you're cooking, okay? For an example, you have a dinner and you want to cook your potatoes in oil. Get like a roasting thing. You can have oils, but I'm going to suggest you guys one type of oil. I always use that before what I use now. I use some kind of Basil low-fat oil, and it really helps. And it's I always use that because when I was living with my grandparents, I always watched the Food Network, and every station, every show that they did, that chef used that kind of oil, and it was extra virgin olive. I believe that it's a great oil to cook with. It's a great assortment, and also it's a great oil to make a salad dressing with because it's great, healthy. It's not. There's no cholesterol. There's no fats, and I think it's a great oil where you guys can experience in the kitchen with. Another diet what you guys can do is a low carb thing, and people don't really succeed on that type of diet because you have to take all the carbs out of your house, your potatoes, your pasta, those kind of things. But I'm not gonna explain that kind of diet because it's a complicated diet and people don't really succeed on that one. But if you really want to know what kind of unsaturated fat, because if you go on here, okay, on your bottle of cola, and usually they say you have a saturated fat. Well, if you really want to go to a grocery store and you want to buy products with unsaturated fat, well, you can look up for monounsaturated fat, and I'm going to write them down right at the bottom. Polyunsaturated fat, trans fat, omega fatty acids, 3, 6, and 9. And usually saturated fat, they usually say on the thing. But if you do go to a grocery store and you guys want to buy unsaturated fat, they usually do say it also on the bottle or anything that you guys buy. So I hope I really delivered a great message to everyone in this video because I wanted to make this video as less confusing and as understandable as it can be. So what my whole message was about this video is look around. People usually go to a dietitian and that doesn't really help. They say the only person that knows their body is yourself. And if you don't do nothing for yourself, how can anyone else do it for you? Why would you go to a dietitian? Why would you spend an hour or two to a dietitian where you won't follow what she says? Me, I went to dietitian when I was young, and sometimes I wonder why I went there because I was forced to. But if a doctor did recommend me to go to see a dietitian, I wouldn't go because to be quite honest with you, I'm not gonna go to a dietitian where she's just gonna tell me little portions where I'd rather not listen to her. If I'm gonna eat a little portion, I won't eat at all. So before wrapping this video up, I'm gonna tell you guys that me and my girlfriend, we were gonna go to Subway in a few minutes, and I'm gonna bring the camera with me and show you guys what I eat and what to put on your sub. Because if you go to a Subway, you put whatever you want, but make sure it's not fatty. And I'll show you guys what I put on it. So talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys, everyone, learned a little bit something on this video about fat and obesity. My name is ChinaBoy12. Stay tuned.
Coco Show. You have watched Coco. Thanks for watching.